Recording
Hi,
in progress.
everyone. Thank you so much for coming to Rita's Healthy Beginnings World of Women podcast. Today is January the 10th, and we're here again talking about World of Women podcast, where women thrive, where we communicate, where we share, and where we actually empower one another to be all we are created to be as women, gifting the world, being a blessing to families, to friends, to communities, to our countries, and to the global world. And I'm so happy that you're here today. As usual, my name is Zita. And I want to actually talk about our donors, our supporters, and a few things that we have been, doing in organization, Zeta Self Beginnings, and showing gratitude to those who have really supported us in so many different ways. And I actually want to start by showing gratitude to the World of Ability podcast in collaboration with Transform You Network and PAC. They actually have supported us in so many ways, especially the platform we are using is out of their courtesy that we are able to reach our audience. And I'm so thankful. I can take this for granted because I know there are other places that you will not just get this, the grass, as they say, free. And so I am so thankful that through this means, we are able to connect with the rest of the world to share who we are, what we do at Zeta's Healthy Beginnings. And also to use the World of Women platform to support women, support children, support families. And one of the groups I want to acknowledge tonight is 10,000 villages. So 10,000 villages has really been part of Zeta's Healthy Beginnings in terms of support. But a lot of places is going to 7 years now. We are doing this project, nonprofit, supporting different people both here in the United States and in Africa, especially in Nigeria, where we want to start with our birthing center as well as a hospital, maternity hospital, precisely to support women and children in order to get access to health care that is non-existent. I want to say that because what you find there is it's nothing to write home about, especially for the poor, the marginalized. And so we are trying to support them in any way we can. And here in the United States, we are also doing the same already through our education advocacy, training of women who are excited about accompanying other women in the doula program. And we are hopeful and that with you as our supporters and generous donors that we're able to accomplish this dream sooner than later because every day we are losing women to childbirth death, mortality. We are also losing babies to an unnecessary death due to inability to access health care that is available in the United States. And it's sad to say that we still have some population today who are still struggling when it comes to healthcare services. especially individuals that are in minority, immigrants, and majority of women. I think at different levels, they're still struggling. And this is what we're trying to make sure that we reduce it, and if possible, eliminate that situation, because it should not happen. So today, 10,000 villages is all over the United States, and they have their email address, and maybe Emily will help me to post their email address on our chart. It's Pittsburgh at 10,000villages.com. Pittsburgh at 10,000villages.com. And 10,000 Villages is a fair trade retailer of artisans crafted home decor. They have about 130 artisan groups in some 38 countries around the world. And they're also part of over 390 retail outlets throughout the USA. So the United States has really embarked on this 10,000 villages, who are really part of I think they said they're really the oldest and the largest fair trade organizations. They've been in existence in the United States for over 60 years. That's really awesome for an organization to be committed to a fair trade business retailer, and actually international trade fair that you call them today. But they have been doing this pretty much through volunteers. A lot of they don't have employees. Pretty much 90% to 95% people you encounter at 10,000 villages, they're all volunteers, men and women, young people, not so young. These people know, they understand the importance of volunteer. Yesterday, we were talking about at Project Die Hard podcast, we were talking about the invaluable need for volunteers. You know, especially when you're building a nonprofit organization, people who do it, like me, are not getting paid. And you want to know that we work pretty much 24/7 trying to make sure that the nonprofit organization meets up with the daily demands of people both here in the United States and the people elsewhere in the world. For example, the Healthy Beginnings Community Hope Farm that we have. And before we actually get into that one, I would like Emily to post some of the artisan crafts that we have from the 10,000 villages from here in Pittsburgh. I know that they're all over the United States, but the ones that actually work with us are the one that is located in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And we had our annual holiday shopping event every year at that shop. And all our friends and other visitors come to support us through buying all those products that are really handmade, handcrafted. People spend hours on end meditatively putting all the positive energy into these products they send to us. So it is not like machine made, it's not like everything is handcrafted with love. And I am really encouraging people to please support 10,000 Village in any way you can. Like I said, they're scattered all over the United States. And all they do is to support fair trade from over 38 countries around the world. People bring their products, most of them are all organic, They are, like I said, handcrafted with love, with positive energy, with materials and products from our natural earth, and that is really showing us what it means to really be positive about our creation and to respect who we are as people and the gifts God has given us, and that is the earth where we are. That you have to respect the earth, respect oneself, respect your community and family. And when you use these products, no one would really convince you. You would be able to understand what it means to buy products from people who have used their energy, used everything they have to provide you with products that will not only serve your purposes, but will go a long way to sustain you spiritually and physically. Something that will really help you to recognize other creatures that are not only here in the United States, but all over the world. Because all these products are coming from people and tribe and nations to the United States. I'm so glad that this precious country is open to everybody to take a fair trade. And fair trade, some people tell me, is a lot more expensive. And that is so true. And you know why? When you think about the time people spend in the productivity process, you recognize that when you talk about manpower, you talk about hours of work, you can imagine when somebody sits down to do all of that, might not even finish it in 1 week or 2 weeks or in a month. Some of the products take months, like their other stuff, and on even some plates and other stuff they make. This takes them forever to make. Even clothing, they are all handmade. So all these materials and products they bring across to us, they always make them and also have to transport them to us. Transportation is really a biggie. And we can understand that even when we're here in the United States, we all know how expensive that is. And generally, since the past year, post COVID, we're all experiencing inflation. And in so many ways, we've all experienced that. And that includes transportation as well. So that's why when you go to purchase at 10,000 Village, you go to something that you will find in other retail stores or even some of the bigger stores that will really give it to you very cheap. Although it's not the same product, it might be labeled as the same product, but the quality is not going to be the same. And you get that cheaper, and then people tend to think that, oh yeah, I can get it from Walmart or Giant Eagle or wherever cheaper. Yeah, you can get those, but they're not the same. I can guarantee you that. Plus, the time, the energy, the love that being attached to some of those, to all of those products, you cannot find them elsewhere. So I want to really do a shout out to 10,000 Villages for their support to Zeta's Healthy Beginnings and their support to all other nonprofit organizations, both here in Pittsburgh and elsewhere in the United States. And I pray that Almighty God will continue to bless you to bring more volunteers, people who really are engaged in knowing and recognizing nature and respecting our environment, that they will come and support and volunteer their time to help you and continue to sustain this wonderful organization. And I am so thankful, like I said, for the support. And I look forward to working with them in the future. So, Emily, are you able to post their photo or not? Some of the products that they have
Yes,
in their
I'm posting them on LinkedIn right now.
Okay, thank you. So Kat had asked me to talk about this, and Kat, I'm not sure if I really answered all the questions or provided the response that you wanted. If you have questions, please feel free to ask about 10,000 villages or even other sponsors that we have. So as we're waiting for Emily to show some of the products that 10,000 villages showcase in their retail stores, I wanted also to acknowledge some of our individual donors. Actually, most of them don't want me to mention their names. Most of them don't want me to even list their names on our website or elsewhere. I really appreciate them trying to be, anonymous. But I also want to acknowledge the fact that it is always helpful to mention people, acknowledge people publicly for who they are and in supporting profit organizations such as Zita's Healthy Beginnings, because you will not really understand thoroughly the impact you make when you're supporting organizations like this, an international organization trying to reach out mostly at a global level. Nigeria, for example, most of the donors have supported us in projects like a Community Hope Fund, where we started just a year ago. We started Community Hope Farm on a piece of land that was donated to us. And now, just over a year ago, like I said, we have started harvesting most of the products there. And I am so excited to share that within a year, we're already producing a number of plantain, banana, fruits, and vegetables, and hoping again to keep it going. People are happy. The women are beginning to recognize the importance of actually using their own energy, tilling the soil, tilling the land, and planting some of the fruits and vegetables that we know that grow very well in that part of the country. And some of them actually grow, like produce in 3 months, 6 months, some 8, 9 months. So if you have something that is growing every 3 months, guess what? Every 4 times in a year, you're harvesting like things like tomatoes or even pepper. So we have started this community hope farm in a small scale, and we're planting all kinds of vegetables and bananas and the different species and plantain. We also hope to expand it. And expanding it means, getting more seeds, getting more, of those suckers that we would like to plant. To actually consider to help us, to really look at on our website. you can see that in our LinkedIn. I have also posted some of them. Instagram is on our website, like I said, www.zitahealthy.org. So when you go there, you will actually see the development. I also have blog that I use from time to time to really tell people what is going on. And I'm so glad that people have reached out to us to support us. We are so thankful for those, like I said, who are still considering it. I'm praying and hoping that you will follow the footsteps of already supported us, and we are seeing the fruits of all the donations we've received. I'm also glad to share that we have also reached out to support some of our mothers in Angola. We have also done that in Kenya. My hope is to actually reach out to more men and more women and children in other parts of Africa, while we are also solidifying our support for the men and women, children that live here in the United States, especially the Western Pennsylvania. So I am so thankful for all my donors once again, and I pray for abundance for all of you, your families, your friends, and your community. And we look forward to 2023 for more harvest, for more seeds, actually, as well as more harvest on the plants that we have already planted and expecting to continue to grow. So, does anyone have any questions for me about supporting the organization or anything? Questions, comments? Please feel free to unmute and ask your question. Emily, are you still having issues with publishing that?
Nope, they're posted on LinkedIn.
Okay, they're posted. All right. Okay, thank you.
So did
Is Scott still with us?
I believe so. He's connected.
Say that again.
I believe so. Karen, are you here?
Scott.
He's connected. He just says on his video on.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay.
So
Scott,
well, go ahead, Zena.
No, I was just saying that, Scott, I'm not sure if all that I shared about 10,000 villages really, covered your question about, on who they are and what they do. And I'm not sure if you have any more questions or comments about what I've just shared.
Yeah, what would you say, Zita, is your goal for 2023 with 10,000 villages?
So my goal with 10,000 villages for 2023 is to continue that mutual relationship and to reach out actually to them once again and see if I can do instead of once a year, to see if we can do what they call Christmas in July. So just see what they offer during summer, if any, because like I shared, their workers are actually working on volunteer basis. So I don't know what happens during summer, but that's my hope. And to continue, because they also help us to tell people who we are. So to encourage them to continue to help us, and also to talk to people about them and see if more people really sign up to volunteer at 10,000 villages.
So, Zita, can you tell us a little bit more about the process of when you found 10,000 villages, setting it up? I mean, they're helping other nonprofits as well. Are you able to explain a little bit if anybody else has another nonprofit they should serve and how they might be able to connect with 10,000 villages as well?
Erica, you're really cutting. I missed most of the things you said.
Oh, I'm sorry. The idea is, how does somebody from another nonprofit inquire with 10,000 villages to support their nonprofit?
Oh, yeah. So actually, they can connect with them via the email address that I have mentioned. I think Emily posted that. Phone number. They have a phone number. They are online. If you Google 10,000 villages, if you want, depends on which one, you can also contact any of them and get information about their branches. So yeah, you can email them or call and talk to them about, your organization, your nonprofit organization, and find out how you can really collaborate with them.
Zita,
So one of my, yeah.
oh, I was just wondering how you, and to interrupt you, I was just wondering how you found out about 10,000 villages.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. So one of my board members, who is the former board member, Lorraine Starsky, she just stepped aside a little bit from our board as a board member because of other family commitments. But she's still committed to the 10,000 villages. She was actually the one that made the connection when we were having a board meeting, and we talked about who can we collaborate with, because Zita's Healthy Beginnings, part of our mission is to collaborate also with other nonprofit organizations or even other organizations and do some of the inclusive services. So she looked around and she made contact with 10,000 villages. She approached them on behalf of Zita's Healthy Beginnings, and they accepted it. And that was how it started. It was through a board member. Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, and we are also expecting that some of our one doesn't really have to support us only directly. You can also refer us to other organizations. We can make that connection. You have my email address. You have the phone number. You can connect with me directly or with Emily, or reach out to Kat. We are really in need of more organizations to collaborate with us, support us, so we can continue to do this wonderful work of helping women and children to grow in a healthy way and to reduce the incidence of maternal and infant mortality. So any more questions or comments?
I think.
So as I mentioned earlier, our podcast is every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And bring your friends, share our podcast, and let people know who we are and what we do. And we are hoping, like I said, that this year will bring us more publicity and enable us to continue to do our work through individual and community and or other organization support.
Did the event go well? Like, did we have like good
Yes,
good number of
yes.
people buying stuff and that kind of thing?
Yeah, and I don't know, you don't have some of our videos. I think I sent them across. I also have them published, like I said, on our website, also in LinkedIn. I shared some of the videos, and even though individuals didn't want us to video them, and that is true because there are people who were streaming in, not knowing that we were having, that event, and they're like, "Oh, we didn't dress well. We don't want you to video us or anything." Yeah. So yeah, we were there, and people were coming in and talking to us, taking some of our all the information we have there. Already, we prior to that event, we had sent emails, we had sent out the flyers, and they kind of publicized it locally and or here on our podcast as well. But there were people who kind of walked in, didn't know what was going on, which was a plus to us. And then we talked to them about the nonprofit, talked to them about, why we were there and how we support the organization's mission. And they were excited. And some took the information, and a few of them have really reached out since then, and um, trying to learn more. And that's what we want to do. The more we talk to people about who we are and what we do, the better understanding people have of Zita's Healthy Beginnings and even the podcast. I noticed that when I say to people I am a midwife, people tend to get excited more than when I tell them I'm a nurse. I don't know what that is, and I'm going to ask you and Pat, what is it about being a midwife in the United States as opposed to being a nurse?
Sure, do you have any thoughts on that? Thinker.
You're saying there's something about being a nurse in the United States? I'm not sure what the question is.
So what I said was, whenever I'm sharing with people about what I do and what what the organization is about, they get excited when I say to them that I am a midwife, as opposed to when I say I am a nurse. And I mean, when people with that expression, I don't want to go into asking them, but why? Because it might really, jeopardize the whole conversation. So, but I'm asking you and Emily, is there any reason why people kind of I don't know whether and it's all positive energy once you tell somebody I'm a midwife. So have you experienced that, or is that something or is that me?
Well, I mean, I haven't experienced it, but just that you're getting me thinking about it. I don't think it is just you, because when you say, you're a nurse, people are thinking, maybe cardiac or respiratory or ER nurse, or, there's all sorts of, being, serving people in a hospital for whatever their health concerns are. But when you say you're a midwife, and you're in the business of healthy babies and stuff like that, I think, the nature of your business is what's exciting. When you talk a newborn, like we were talking with one of our co-hosts today at Happy Neighborhood Project, who's a proud grandmother of a couple months. And so they've got a newborn. You just kind of notice the difference, that when you think of our friend we've known for a year and a half, and then now she's a proud grandmother a couple months going, and so forth. She's got a little bit more, vim and vigor, and she's just a little bit more peppy because she's got that hat on of grandmother.
You're a little more of a glow. Yeah, like a little more of a glow, kind of the grandmother glow. if you know what I mean. But sorry, I keep interrupting you, Kurt. I'll shut it.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
All good. All good. It's good when we get Emily talking. We call that our OMG.
Right?
Well, I just want to say that before I forgot. So.
Yeah, good stuff. So, I don't know if we need to come back to this, but in terms of saying stuff while we're thinking of it, I have a tangent myself, and I'm thinking of our friend Zach Clayton. We talk about him once in a while, and he's got Community Pay It Forward, which gets the businesses like 10,000 Villages with nonprofits like yourself, and you're part of Zach's program, Community Pay It Forward. I'm not hearing in all this. It just kind of suggests to me that there might be a net here. That maybe we, as friends of Zach and Community Pay It Forward, and you being a member of it, Cedar Health Beginnings, being a part of the program, it might be interesting to see if there's any kind of good fit between 10,000 Villages and Zach. I don't know if that makes any sense. Given the business model of 10,000 Villages and Zach's business model. What are your thoughts on that? Do I seem to be thinking in a potential direction? Obviously, we can't speak for their businesses, but initially, what are your thoughts, Eden?
Yeah, no, I think that's a good suggestion. Yeah, because I know they do the one we're doing with them right now. It's like they do it one day at a specific time. But if we reach out to them actually and make this suggestion, I think they will be open to it. They will be open to it because they have been looking for ways, to bring people into their shops to buy the products. So yes, I will reach out to them through my friend Lorraine, and put that, ask them if that's something they would consider, which I'm almost sure that they would like to do that. Yeah, because they're already doing the international connection, and they understand what that means, and I've been in this business for over 60 years, and then who knows who else that they're collaborating with. So that's another, might be another opportunity there to collaborate with other people through them. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say before we ended here. Well, I'm not saying that we're ending this second, but before about reminding everybody to donate to Zita's Healthy Beginnings through Zach's organization.
Yeah, I have sent out to most of my people on my contact email list. I shared that the Zach's what Zach sent to us, and that is really great. Zach is doing a great job to help nonprofit organizations like Zita's Healthy Beginnings. And whenever one buys, the stipulations are there. When you buy products from, there are I don't know how many, more than 20 or 30 listed local small businesses. That if one invests in each one of them, purchasing any kind, and it's from school to home decorations to your laundry, you name it, they have them. skin product or hair product or whatever. And those are the products I know that we use on a daily basis. And one way to support our organization is simply by purchasing your products from any of those, most of them if you want. And you don't have to pay an extra amount of money because all you pay for your product is enough for them to give us, support us with some percentage. So please, we're asking and we're encouraging people to just do your shopping with this small business businesses that are listed and support us because it's kind of a win-win situation. Yeah, so we are hopeful that people continue to share the information and to act on it. All right, so any more questions, comments before I wrap it up here?
Yeah, Zeta, speaking of Zeta's healthy beginnings and helping people be healthy, do you know that Emily's in the health industry?
Emily's in the health industry?
Yeah, health and wellness, nutritionals. She's helping people with nutrition and everything. This is sounding new news right here on the WOW podcast. With women, we have Emily.
Oh, Kurt.
I'm glad to hear that.
Oh, Kurt, before I met you, I was in the health and wellness role for like 8 years in the assisted living industry. But Zito, I'm not sure if you know or have heard of Marilyn Lemaire from Hawaii.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't remember.
Okay. But she is a part of H&P.
Oh yeah, Maryland. Yeah, yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay, so she's a part of Innovative Nutrition, which is basically getting your nutrition, or at least some of your nutrition, through a patch, or other things. The biggest thing is the patches, but like a month and a half ago, she got me into being a distributor for Innovative Nutrition. And so I am still since it's a whole new thing for me, I'm still kind of figuring out the whole distributorship thing and how to do the distributorship thing. But we are having a event tomorrow. That's kind of like an informational thing, kind of about innovative nutrition and kind of the background and stories and that kind of about the products and that kind of thing. So everybody is invited to join us tomorrow at 7 Eastern on Zoom. The meeting, if you change it to the first, or you can type in like the personal like Zoom name instead of the numbers. The personal name is Ability Now, like a one word. It's Kurt Zoom. So if anybody has any trouble getting on that or any other questions, they can connect with me and that kind of thing. Did I answer your question, comment, Kurt?
It does. It does. I couldn't resist. Exciting news here at the
And
Wow Podcast.
he's been
I
for
know.
the last week. He's been like spreading it around, like telling everybody about it. So
So you guys, so how does that innovative nutrition, how do they really empower women and children? Do they have any goals to do that? I know you're still learning. Maybe you don't have that information yet, but it would be good to know. At some point when you get comfortable and more knowledgeable about the product, if you can, take um, one of our podcasts and share with us about what they do and how that works. That would be great because I am here to support any woman and every woman that is, looking to be progressive, to empower self, to really be all they're created to be, share their skills and talents with us. And doing that also helps other women, encourages, challenges other women to do the same because guess what? Women have tremendous power and very resourceful. Most times we don't really take enough credit for what we do and who we are. Like you now, Emily, you did not even tell me what you embarked
well,
on a
I'm
couple of
still.
months.
It will have come out eventually. I'm just still figuring the whole thing out. So
You were waiting for Kurt to say it.
no,
So
I wasn't. Kurt just likes to. I don't know, but.
well,
but I mean I know Marilyn has mentioned a couple times about when she started taking it, like it's helped her with a couple things, and then it sounds like it has helped her one young son, and I've like heard about other things about for of other people that it's helps and like nutritional wise and that kind of thing. So
yeah. Like I say, it would really, really be important to have her or you or both of you come to our website and to our podcast and share. Because guess what? We have a lot of women around the United States and even around the world who struggle with their children for to get the right nutrition due to so many challenges, issues kids are having these days, both allergies and this and that. So, yes, that will really be helpful if you guys share more of what you do. That helps other women.
yeah. Well, once
Yeah.
I learn more and get a little more comfortable with it, then yeah, it'd be
Yeah, sure.
we could
Take
do
your time.
we could do that. Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
yeah,
Kurt.
great.
Yeah, and it's talking about a group of that Emily and I are working with. You got Emily, and you got Marilyn, and a couple others that are involved with tomorrow's event. All women involved in bringing this forward, and you deal with like the options are pills and so forth. So some of these kids don't like to swallow pills. I know when I was a kid, my mother would smush stuff up and put a little sugar on there, and then here you go, Kurt. So it's the past. You don't even have to do any of that. You just
Right.
put that on your kids, and away you go.
Exactly. Yeah. That sounds exciting. Yeah, I'm glad with innovation, a whole lot of things that were considered impossible in the last 10, 20 years are now becoming possible through innovation and technology. And I'm thankful, and we have to actually um, get a hold of them and run with them because that's a way we can, make impact in our own lives as well as the lives of our friends and family. So thank you so much for sharing, Emily and Kat. And I think on that note, I am gonna wrap it up for tonight. And thank you for other audience, Kene and Dr. Manuel, for joining us. And for our audience who are watching on Facebook and other platforms, it's always a pleasure to come every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern to share on this podcast. So until we meet next week, have a blessed week and be safe and stay warm for those of you who are in this cold weather in the east and other parts of the United States. Thank you and God bless you. Bye, all.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
Recording stopped.
Yeah, I learned that.